What is
One.
up, YouTube? One, did you just hit live? Are we live now?
We're
We're
live.
so live. Hi,
Very live.
everyone. Hi, YouTube. It is Thursday, July 15th. You're listening to the Hi There Show. You're here with me, Nick Brunt, joined by my co host, as always, UX designer extraordinaire, Ian Conrad. What is up, Ian?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show where two real designers make fake apps for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I do want to highlight that we're definitely real. We're real, big boy, fully employed designers. No fakes, no fakesies on the job title thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
I mean, look at this. What are we doing?
What
What?
are we
Let's
doing?
start.
So,
Let's start with the scrum. Let's start with our stand up, our morning 10-minute meeting, and talk about what we did here. What have we done here?
yeah, what did we do
It looks
last
a
time?
little less like UX and a little more like somebody maybe pinning these things to a cork board and tying them together with yarn in like a dimly lit room. There's newspapers over the window. I would say that that's kind of our UX approach here.
We're throwing it at the, yeah, this is quick and dirty. We don't have a lot of time. Last week we were working on fleshing out our idea for this pizza, basically a way to find pizza deals, a pizza finding app. We got really down into the nitty gritty a bit, started wireframing out some screens here that are going to help our users find the best pizza deals for them. And then we started to dig into, well, what does it mean for them specifically? How can we match up pizza people with all these, surrounded by all these amazing pizza deals?
I think you hit the nail on the head there. What is the best way? Not the way. What is the absolute best way to serve these pizza deals to people? Um, and we came up with some neat methods. Highly invasive AIs. Deep algorithmic sort of calculations. And we got here. And now we have sort of this evil pizza app that scans your entire life, understands everything you're doing, and spits out pizza deals on the other end.
Yeah, you know how everybody's always saying, joking about these terms of service that you accept everywhere and never read. Well, it turns out
Mm-hmm.
that across the internet and including our app, um, we've been collecting data, and or the data is just these profiles are being built in the background of everything, and now we're coming along, and we're going to tap
Mm-hmm.
into that data and some of that social data about the kinds of things that you and your friends might talk about online. And, that gets fed into, our top secret black box algorithm and is going to determine the right um, characteristics. Are we saying the right
The right
quality,
care.
the right attributes for pizza?
Yes. Culminating in a score. It spits out a number. Basically, all of these systems are working at one time, and it spits out a number for you to enjoy on the other end.
Yeah, because price. This isn't just about finding the best deal in terms of the lowest price. We need to personalize this to you. Sometimes you might want the cheapest, but sometimes you need it quick, or sometimes you're really hungry and you want a whole lot of pizza or
Mm-hmm.
pizza related materials and items. So yeah, we're trying to hone in on those types of things that are going to feed into this system, and then how do we display that back to our customers, our users of the app, um, in a way that lets them know that this is the right. How do we display this back to people? What are we even telling them? We're letting them know that it's the right pizza, but why?
um, that's a good
Just
question.
believe us?
You're deeply concerned with pizza value. Well, believe us. Yeah, I mean, this app has a reputation, or will. This is part of the marketing plan. Look, it's like I was telling Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai, the other
Oh
day
yeah.
in our cool meeting,
Yeah,
our
how was
cool web
that?
meeting about web apps and stuff like that. It was really good. He was very nice. Offered me a San Pellegrino when I came in. I thought that was
Oh,
pretty good. But
baller. Power move.
it's like I said, people are they're out there on the internet. They're talking about pizza. They're taking pictures. They're posting them. They're sharing them with their friends. All that data is out there. We just need a system to sort of suck it on up, right?
Yeah.
So we've got AIs monitoring photos, a pizza AI that scans photos of pizza on. So we did this like a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry, I was actually off last week.
Yeah, we were in COVID
We had
recovering.
to take an off week. Yeah, I was. We both got hit pretty hard on that second vaccine, huh? This has rolled right up on me, knocked me over. You got it even worse.
Yeah. But that's the sacrifices that we make for our society.
Yeah,
So
because
you better get it too. I didn't.
yeah,
God damn it. I
we
don't
made
want
the
to do this
right
alone.
decision. We made the right decision.
Right side.
So
Left
yeah,
trigger
that
button.
totally sucks. So I'm sorry, it's been a couple weeks and some of this stuff we wrote is really weird and hilarious. Pizza AI that scans photos of pizza on social media to develop sentiment about the quality of product. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We're using you know, computer vision, bioptic navigation and ranging
Mm-hmm.
technologies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My Pizza Profile, which uses social personal data to develop an automated set of preferences for the user. Okay, so that's a settings panel.
Hmm.
This is it's like this is the deepest we've gone on the weirdest idea yet.
Yeah, it's time to. What next? Well, what's our next steps? We're into.
Um,
What do we
should
do? Are we missing some information? Do we need to?
I
Uh,
mean, yeah, I would say we're missing like research and competitive analysis and user testing and
well, you know what?
any kind of effort outside of this.
I don't care about our
Um,
competitors.
no, I don't give a shit, says client.
Our competitors are boring. Let's blow them out.
Competitors are
Let's blow
boring.
them
They're
out of the
just doing
water.
the same thing we are. Why do we care?
Let's not even look.
Let's not even look. Um, okay. Let's pull some of this stuff out of here. Or maybe we need to set up a new little area and bring
Yeah,
focus
let's
to it. Let's just take a look at these two panels because this is going to tell the tale. I think we're going to do a little bit of
oh yeah, we have this
graphic
component.
design
Yeah, we're gonna get into
tonight.
some more graphical design. Oh geez, I'm
Some
grabbing
more
the wrong
graphic.
things here. Start to flesh out some of these, what actually is appropriate for these pages. We started to get into some pretty relevant metadata, you know,
Mhm.
ish, or the concept is there anyway. Pizza attributes, lit, has drip. Those are things that the kids would use to describe pizza nowadays. So
Right. We at the end of last episode created some arbitrary data points that now we get a hook to something. I also feel like when we're talking about, you know, design graphique, um, as we say,
mm-hmm. Oui.
um, we can start to get into things like this score, like the the pizzometer, and this sort of breakdown and talk about the visual impact because usually when you're doing a deal or a reward or something that the user is getting there's like a visual impact to it, right? Like it gets that serotonin pumping because you
Yeah,
feel like you've won something because the bell rings and the frog jumps and the fireworks go off and whatever.
ooh, fireworks
uh
going off and frogs jumping. That's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. I think that's important that yeah, this thing gets people excited that
mhm.
this is oh wow, no, this isn't just random. This is this is special. And yeah, give someone a
This is
little
special
dopamine
for
hit. It
me.
makes them
I
want to
did it.
yeah, it makes them want to smash that order button now. Uh, it lets them know that um, yeah, it's there for them.
It's
I like
there.
it.
It's for you. And I think there's an opportunity here, right? So on the flip side, And maybe I'll duplicate this panel. I don't know what we're zoomed on. I've copied those panels, and now I'm down
Okay,
next
let's
to the
move
word
into design
design.
mode.
If you want to come join me down here, I think there's an opportunity
Design
here
mode.
where what if it's a bad deal? What if it's a real?
Bum, bum. Well, I don't want to see bad deals. How would you show
What if
that
it's
to
a
me?
real
What if it's a
shitza,
real
Ian? Then
stinker?
what? So we can sell
Well,
that visually too. And then you're gonna be like, whoa, keep away. Keep away from that one. We have a nav bar down here for what?
do we? I don't know if we know
Yeah, we
yet.
do. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't know. You don't need to navigate. We've employed like several different AIs to run this thing. You should just see the content,
This is,
and then
yeah.
maybe like a settings thing.
Yeah,
You
that'll,
know,
yeah, well, there's always
up
that. This
here.
is our MVP. It eventually, again, this is going to is use AI and get smarter and smarter, and eventually it will only show you one pizza, and you'll just buy it or not. And then shortly after that, you won't even have the option to buy it. It'll just, your pizza will show up. You'll be like, man, I wish I had a pizza. And then a minute later,
It will already
it's
know.
going to be on the way. They're going to start making that pizza before you know you want
Totally.
it.
They're tracking your location, your purchasing habits through the sale of data between major organizations. Um, it's going to know. You order a pizza from this thing 10 times, that's the number where it just doesn't, you go to access the app and it says, like, we already know.
Yeah, we need to gamify that.
Oh, we
Can
do
we
need to
add
gamify this at some
add
point.
some
There's so many
gamification?
systems working here. Okay, so I guess when we say systems, your mechanics is maybe another term, but um, I can hear myself on your end.
Yeah,
You're
my
talking
phone
about
just
like
started
all the
playing this
different.
video. Cool.
Really?
Yeah,
See, it fucking knew. Your iPhone was like, Ian needs
that was
me.
very strange.
Um, so when we talk about systems in an app, you're talking about functional elements on the page. So in the case of this pizza entry, we have this large piece up here that's breaking down the deal. We have a price element that's obviously coming from somewhere. We have a description. We have a meta tag system, and then we have an order now button. So there's a lot of like things that this page is doing right now. And
It
when
is
you
a lot of
develop a system,
things.
obviously that's like, some sort of huge effort or whatever. But that's just development. Who cares? Hey, you
Oh
know
yeah,
what? Let's make it hard for the developers.
yeah. We'll drop this on them at the last minute. They won't know what hit them.
Totally.
Don't
Wait
need
till
their input
like
yet.
design review.
Yeah, no,
Wait till
we don't want to include them
the
yet, right?
no, no, no,
Too
no, no.
easy.
Keep everybody out. Design QA, keep them out of the process. That's an important lesson as a
Definitely, yeah.
designer.
Keep
I'm
QA out
totally
of the
kidding, by the way.
process.
You should involve all those people in the discussion. All right, what are we doing
We're joking,
here? Some
folks.
sort of pizza
We
app.
love
It's
developers.
jacked. It's totally quirky and has drip. That's cool. I like that. Let's talk about this component up here.
Okay, this is pretty important,
Cost, quantity,
isn't it?
quickness. We have the pizzometer. The number for me is kind of boring, although a number is like really um, easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
What else could it be? Maybe today's youth just wants like an emoji
An emoji,
or
is it a scale? Like, is it out of 100? Does it go from 0 to 100? In
so.
that
Yeah, this is
sense.
this is really funny. You and I, years and years ago, used to work at a job, and you reviewing survey data was a part of that job. This is like our first jobs out of school. And you were the one that first turned me on to this, but it was like, if you rate something from 1 to 10, what the fuck is the difference between 7 and 8? Like from a data analytics perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And that ruined me. I heard that and I never stopped thinking about it.
Interesting.
And that's why I named my kids Survey. So anyway, bringing it back to the pizzometer. What's the difference between 80 and 85? Like, is a score between 1 and 100, 1 and 10 even relevant?
Yeah, now that I think about it, Probably not.
1 to 5 is better.
Yeah, getting better.
Hmm.
Emojis are fun, but then emojis are hard to like.
What if? What if? What if? Hmm. What if the deal got points? So we have these cost, quantity, quickness. Um, these values are coming from somewhere. These contribute toward a score, and if that score passes a certain threshold, you're allowed to buy it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, you're not. Like our app, Pizza Hackers, simply just doesn't dabble in your dog shit pizza coupon deals.
It's helping you. It's saving you from a bad pizza experience.
While we're chatting about this, I'm going to start like applying graphics.
Graphics. I like graphics.
Graphics make the product good. That's what I always say. Right?
Absolutely. Graphics are the things that everybody wants. Dun, dun. Pizza. I want
I had 10 minutes
pizza.
before we sat down to start talking. I had like sort of this like card table and wood texture background thing going on in my head.
Okay.
Let's pop that together.
I'll find some pizza
I'm always caught
inspiration.
between, do we make this like MS Paint cheesy as hell, or do we actually try and design it or something? I think for the show, it's important to try and do something that's like would be feasible from a
Yeah,
development
try
perspective.
let's try and design it. The MS Paint is, yeah, we can do that anytime.
It's
That's what
it's
I
really
would do.
easy, and it's a gag, you know.
It's that kind of style is like, well, I mean, it's obviously like coming back and popular, but like the Tim and Eric kind of cheesy MS Paint YouTube video,
Mm-hmm.
awkward style, that's getting pretty popular these days.
Again?
It's like everybody's default for videos now, it seems. Like just to kind of
Cool.
try and make them a little personable, it's just like throwing a little like soundbite or kind of like awkward overlay of some kind of clip art type thing. Stuff that's easy to do, I'll say, like, but kind of funny, I guess. It's trying to be cheesy and not so pro. But
Yeah, I've seen it in like bigger products, like music videos and stuff,
yeah, I've
which is
seen it.
cool.
No, I was gonna say I've seen it in like places where there's like serious things that are trying to be funny, and it's like, I don't know if, you know, I'm just trying to, I don't know if you need to be funny for everything.
Huh.
Take it seriously.
So you hate comedy is what you're admitting on stream here.
I don't like comedy that much anymore.
You're against comedy. It makes me laugh. I don't like it. Not into it.
Anti-comedy. I found this picture. That guy looks like a pizza hacker. What's he doing?
Okay, I like it.
Cooking a
I
pizza?
appreciate that people make homemade smokers deeply.
This looks like it's a kind of at a restaurant where you maybe like cook your own pizza.
I'd like to go to a cook your own pizza restaurant. They do in the city that I'm from has a public park, and every so often, I don't even know what organization it is, but they go down there and like fire up this outdoor oven and cook pizza. You just like get your pizza. Well, I need
Really?
to take that graphic that you just posted and like cut it up into our pizzaometer here. I'm looking for a wood texture.
I'll look up some pizza graphics if I can get some free pizza graphics here. Ooh,
I bet you there's some free pizza clip art out there. Do you ever use Pexels?
these are bad. These aren't.
Pexels.com.
No. Pexels. These are
What's
too.
bad?
This is the cheese. I got some good cheesy lol. Cheesy ones, but they're not good. Like clip art style, but that's not what we're going for. Oh, see, that's looking better already. Order.
Sorta. How do I adjust an image in a frame?
House like size?
Well, yeah, like I'm pasting it into a frame and now I want to adjust the crop.
Might be there's cropping. They changed it actually. I think you just if you hold command and drag it, maybe? I forget.
That is dumb. I should just be able to click into it. Fill image. I can flip it.
It might be it might be stuff in the sidebar or the top area. P-I-Z-Z-A. I want cropping. Crop my image now. Ooh, this is cool.
I get it. I got it. There is a crop tool up there.
Crippity
Okay,
crop.
it did its best. I need something huge.
Pexels has some nice shite. Bunch of friends
Yeah, it's
eating
pretty
pizza
good.
together.
Oh, does it? Some friends enjoying a good
Friends
time?
enjoying,
That could
yeah,
maybe
a
be
bunch
like
of.
a sign-up screen background, you know?
They all look very
You
liberal.
have a sign-up screen. It's like some people enjoying it.
Yeah, that's what we need. Okay, which one's better? They look kind of sad. I shouldn't have said they're enjoying pizza. They're consuming pizza.
Whoa. There's a big difference between eating and consuming.
Yeah, enjoying. Here we go. All right. Yeah, let's start working on the onboarding screen. Or I'll start gathering some things that might be good for that. That's really funny. They're all slightly depressed and well, it's COVID. Because we're all depressed. All right, pizza.
Pizza.
Pizzz. Piz.
What?
Pizza hacker. Oh, cool. A little bit of pizza hacker stuff going on here. Wow, some of these are funny. I'll drop some in here.
Yeah, get them in there.
Pizza hackers.
All right, I'm being too quiet as I dick around with things. I'm gonna pull that whole thing. We need some sort of like pie chart in there.
A pizza pie chart. Ah.
I'm also wondering if maybe I should take this off of that background. Although we're controlling what the background is, so I can get away with that.
Yeah, the title. I see what you're saying. We got some.
Pull all this stuff off here.
Yeah, right here.
Price, that's a no-brainer. Is price a component? I guess doesn't matter. Just gonna round out the corners. What are you doing? Are you doing like onboarding?
I'm getting a couple
even
pictures.
Up to over there?
Hold on. I'll show you. Let's see what we got here. Everybody likes to be onboarded. Downloads. I think I got the... Oof, that's too big.
What is onboarding? Explain onboarding to me.
Onboarding.
Someone who's definitely a real designer.
Yeah. So from a real designer to another real designer, onboarding, you can kind
We're
of think
just
of
two
it
real
as,
designers talking shop here. What is onboarding?
yeah, onboarding is, getting people on board into your app and using it. So it's more it's usually involves getting someone to like get started with your app in some way. So beyond creating an account, usually, in all seriousness,
Hmm.
I like it to be like getting someone not just signed up and into the app, but like into the app and doing something useful, kind of like like what it's intended to,
Like a
or build.
movement toward their goal.
Exactly, yeah. So something, yeah, something that's going to move them towards their goal. Like maybe it like part of it can ask them some questions about what they like in a pizza, or maybe name some of their favorite pizza places, for us to kind of start generating a bit of a profile. Um, yeah, that would be something that's pretty common, but something that could be good.
Okay, yeah, I like it. This is very
As a start, add your
succinct.
friends, invite all your friends so we know who your friends are, which is going to
Yeah, yeah.
connect in
Add your
everything into
contact
our
list. Do you want to
spy
sync this
network.
app with your contact list?
Wow, these photos are
My figment just
ginormous.
froze, and I'm back. Yeah. So onboarding people into the app, and obviously, like, there's some pretty clever steps. Damn, I got booted out of Figma. There's some pretty clever steps that startups, companies, whoever takes to make that experience very, very smooth for you.
Yeah, and make it fun and bridge the gap between signing up and, clicking buy. It I can't think of one off the top of my head, but we've probably all had these experiences where you start up an app and you're like, okay, well, what am I looking at? What am I supposed to do now? Like it sounded cool when
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded it, but how do I do the thing? Where's the pizza? Or like, why is this pizza not relevant to me? Question that I find myself asking regularly.
All the time.
Why?
I actually had pizza last week that was questionable.
Oh, do tell.
Well,
Tell me
I'm
why.
not one to complain. I will just,
You don't have to name and shame,
I'll
but
eat a
I
pizza.
I want to interview. I want to hear about your experience.
I'll talk about my pizza experience. Well, it was the pizza itself. I was having a family do because, of course, we just came out of lockdown, so everyone's super into getting together. And I did what many consumers do. I ordered, a pizza pie for my family and loved ones. But we got
Okay.
Domino's Pizzeria. I don't know if they have Domino's in the U.S., but it's pretty popular in
They
Canada.
definitely must.
That stuff just like, I mean, aside from being not great pizza, it shredded my insides. Like like nothing I've ever experienced in my whole life. So not a huge fan. Um, but yeah, ordering it was easy. I don't know. I called them and they just brought it to my house.
Domino's. I haven't ordered from them in a while. They did have an app on the go last time I checked.
That was like the second thing that people said you were going to be able to do on the internet. There was like, you're going to be able to find recipes and you're going to be able to order a pizza on your computer. And then you could. And that was neat for a minute. I personally like to call because I feel like the app is going to mess it up somehow. I just know it.
I am downloading some pictures. Come on,
Uber Eats has a
let's.
lot of pizza places on it. And I kind of feel like, but like, I'm going to pay the delivery fee. Like, I'm going to pay my Uber fees rather than like calling a local pizza place. That's wild. That's wild, Ian.
You're telling me. Pizza, yeah, pizza used to be like that one that's like if you wanted delivery, you kind of, as far as I remember, it's like if you wanted delivery, you had to get pizza.
Yeah, that's all there was.
Like what other food?
And then eventually you could get like salad or, you know, that type of pizza fare. I'm sorry, I'm in Photoshop just like I'm fighting for my life over here, man. Transform
Fighting for your
selection. I'm
life.
making a pizza graphic. It's going to be great. I used that pepperoni pizza that you posted on there. Thank you, Ian, contributor Ian Conrad.
I'm gonna make some. I'm taking.
And I'm
I'm going for the
almost done.
lifestyle approach, using some nice, friendly imagery. All about that lifestyle.
Cool. Half an episode later, I have a pizza cut up in 2 slices, and it looks like garbage.
Oh, it's pretty
Fucking cool,
good.
great.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it's way better than this monstrosity. Let me get this. The pizza emojis
Yeah, 7
combined,
pieces.
7 slices.
How can you get paid to draw emojis and you can't get through making it accurate?
I mean, I guess in isolation, maybe this is the perfect shape and size for a slice of pizza, but now that I know about it, it really bothers me. Because it's supposed to be, you know, cutting evenly. It should be 6 slices. 6. I could do 6. I could do 8. I could do 4. No, it's not working. Get it out of here. Whoa, look at that. La da da. Synchronized pizza dancing. Wee. All right, get that out of here.
That's surprisingly good.
Okay. I play with some lifestyle images here. This one's kind of fun. This one's, you know, got more people in it, but it's a little subdued. Like I feel like they're all sad.
You feel like those people are all sad in
No,
the party photo?
These
Hold on.
ones. No, these folks.
Okay, yeah, they're sitting on the roof. They've got their solar cafe bulbs from Costco. They're eating a tiny pizza.
Yeah, that's not
Why
big
are that
enough.
many people eating such small pizzas?
Well, it looks like there might be 2 pizzas actually. And they look like they're Detroit style, which are thick.
Okay, like a slab.
Well, actually, when I zoom in on the actual, no, that's not thick enough.
Upon
no.
further investigation.
Detroit style pizza, though, I would recommend. There is a place around here that has it now. I forget what it's called. One of my favorite pizza experiences of all time was the Detroit style pizza in Toronto called Descendants.
Okay.
If any Toronto listeners are watching and you haven't had Descendants pizza, you're welcome. Sometimes they run out of dough. We called them and they're like, we're out of dough.
We're just done.
And then they called us back and they're like, we found a couple pieces of dough.
Maybe they knew it was you. They're like, man, it's this guy again.
Nah, you can't. You're not a. I'm calling and they're looking at
too many of these things.
They're looking at my clout score and Twitter followers, and they're like, we don't see a really great marketing opportunity to sell you this pizza, so we're gonna wait until someone more influential calls.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be the marketing opportunity that you need to be.
It's like, sorry.
That's how it works. That's how it works in the new normal.
The new normal. Yay.
I mean, how long is it new for? What if we just called it the weird time?
The weird time. That's what it is.
It's just the weird time. This new epoch of humanity.
Yeah, can we get out of this weird time? I want to get out of it. I don't want it to be a normal.
Okay, we're getting to something halfway something here. So what are we going to do about that score? What are we get on the score front?
Could it be like a color gradient or percent? Percent's not appropriate.
I don't know. I mean, you're the quote unquote real professional designer that is definitely not making this up to be on the show. You tell me, what do you like? What are you feeling? What's cool? What's the meter today? What does material design say for meters?
That's a good question. I mean, Uber Eats
It's probably just like a
uses
fucking meter. Google's so boring. It's just like it's a meter.
a lot of
It is.
ratings are
It's a
out of
meter.
5, but a lot of ratings are out of 5, but they have decimal places. So that kind of turns them into more like ratings out of 50. I don't mind the decimal. The reason I'm leaning towards like numbers is because you can compare them to the other ones. So it's like this pizza place has a higher by this much.
So you feel like that's more effective for users than something that's like says like totally sick
Maybe we
or
can do
like
both.
yeah, okay.
As we have these.
Yeah.
Pizza-matic. What's your favorite pizza? Is there any pizza toppings that are a deal breaker for you as you
No, probably like
get
I
some?
don't know, like cauliflower maybe. Even then, it's
Ooh,
like I'm not gonna not eat it, but I'm not gonna buy it.
mm. Cauliflower would be a that's an interesting one.
But I don't know. I in my age, I get into weirder and weirder pizzas. Like one of my favorite is goat cheese and pear and prosciutto.
Oh, pear.
Super good. It's like super good. Yes, all those the flavors of like the pizza and the pear and the goat cheese and the prosciutto like jammed inside your gob. It's indescribable. It's so fucking good.
Yum.
I don't want it. Thinking about it now.
That sounds very special.
I could DoorDash one. I was looking on DoorDash the other day, and I am totally surprised. And I mean, it's the same for Uber. I find McDonald's must have driven up some kind of horrendous dump truck full of money to that app to promote themselves.
Yeah,
Because 80% of, I swear to God, 80% of the things that you tap on in Uber Eats brings you to a McDonald's ad.
lots
And
of it.
I was laughing the other day because I was curious about coffee. Like I was in a super cranky mood, and I was like, I should just fucking order coffee to my house, just because I want to do that. I'm gonna be a garbage man and order coffee to my home. Anyway, I didn't, but I looked up coffee, and it gave me a McDonald's ad, which makes sense because McDonald's sells coffee, right? But the ad was for like a Space Jam chicken McNugget meal.
I think I got like a
Anyway,
push notification for that too, actually, or some kind of special Happy Meal thing. And I'm like, one, why are you sending me a notification? And two, Happy Meal. What makes you, out of
I don't know. Are
anything,
you buying
think that I
Happy
would
Meals?
buy that? I've never had a Happy Meal in my entire life, actually,
I
not
don't.
even as a child.
I mean, I'm sure I have. I don't. It's not like I'm, you know, I remember it or I'm fond of Happy Meals. Although one time when I was a kid, they had Mario toys, and those Mario toys were dope. They were so cool.
Oh yeah.
And I think they had Star Trek: The Next Generation toys at one point. Anyway.
Oh. I remember getting Star Trek cards in bags of chips. I actually have like a
Oh
big
yeah,
collection of them.
but they were like tiny cards,
They
weren't
were mini,
they?
yeah, little cards. Remember when you get like rub-on tattoos?
Yeah, you used to like get things from cereal. They would like
Yeah, like
bribe
you
you
just
into
stuff.
bugging your parents until they got it.
You put the
The best
tattoos
one ever
on.
was the Chex Mix Chex Blaster. Like you used to get CD-ROMs with games on them.
What?
It was like Monopoly and stuff like that. Great. This is a bad design. This is ugly and it's not very good. But we're moving on it.
I don't like this. It's okay. Just keep going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. What do we got happening right now? What up, viewers? Say hi in the chat. Reach out to us. We would love to answer your design questions. We'd love to design your design ideas. Give us your app ideas. You can reach out and chat. Obviously, we're checking. But you can also email us at the hi there show at gmail.com. You can check us out on Twitter at hi there tweets. Ian is at twitter.com/porcelainduck. I'm /Nick Brunt. You can find us. Just type our name into anything and you'll get there. So, yeah, reach out, hit like and subscribe. It really helps out with the show.
Yeah, why not? Why not like and subscribe?
I don't fucking know, man. Why do any of this? Why apps? I was actually with you the day you got your first iPhone.
I remember getting iPhones for the first time. And it's like, yeah, I guess. Kind of, yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, cool, I'll get it. Okay, I've decided.
Was that really it? That was the vibe of like, yeah,
I
maybe.
was just like, oh yeah, whatever. And then
cool.
And then I went to use one in the store, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then the app store, I was like, oh, there's all these apps. That's kind of neat. That's what sold it for me, actually.
I wasn't convinced. I wasn't convinced that I would want to do any amount of computing on a phone. I was like, oh, these are just like weird little jerked off versions of the app. You know, because that was the experience back in the day. Like phone games, phone apps on anything that wasn't a smartphone were garbage. So I just expected it to be stupid and never want to use it. And now I guess it's probably, I don't know, I use it. I use my phone.
Yeah, sometimes I'll use it.
I use my phone is what I'm saying, Ian.
Yeah, I've used a phone before. What?
I've used a phone or two. The talk things. All right, there's some sort of layout happening here. That's really bad. Now we need the circle.
Need that circle.
Oh, you're making a sign-in screen.
Just I feel like just something to get me started here. Kind of ground the onboarding experience.
This would be, you've downloaded the app, you're opening it for the first time, you have no account. This is the screen you see.
I want to make you, we got to continue with the lifestyle branding, I think, and just, you're excited, and we want to continue that excitement by showing you the kind of fun party that you're going to have when you use our app. Oops.
I gotta get this number back on here. So we decided on a number. What are we rating this thing out of?
Five.
Just dead silence.
6.
7. Yeah. 4. It's a 4, guys. Whoa, shit. I'm an experienced user of this app, and so I've been tutorialized on what that number means.
I wish there were ways to change the font by dragging the thing, though. I think Sketch used to do that, and I missed it. Cranked.
I find I do that a lot, but especially in XD, I have to go back and clean up my values because your font size will be like 23.82, and you're like, that sucked. And developers don't want those values, so when you're designing something, you gotta like sort of.
What the frig is this junk? Like, what kind of number is this?
I'm just like dragging. This is a lot of like, I've done a wireframe, I've done the research, I know it needs to be on the screen, and now how does it need to be on the screen and in what capacity? I'm gonna grab a bit of the old Lipsum to jam in there. Help me with this meter.
A little bit of, what's that?
Help me with this meter.
What do you need?
What are we even doing here? So we have several AIs. They're gathering information. And it's going to produce a score based on quantity, cost, quantity, thickness. I think that we want to report to people what the overall number is. So like, I don't know, 80%, 40%, whatever, and then report to users how we got there. In fact, why do we even have a pizza with 8 segments? I don't know what we're doing here. I'm quitting the startup. We're bankrupt.
Are we exiting? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna take the GoFundMe money. I don't know, start up something. Maybe we can start like a solar panel company in Arizona or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it should. All right, we're scrapping it. Scrapping that idea. Scrapping the pizza slices. What if it's a photo of the food?
I mean, that's fairly relevant.
I'm going to type pizza into my browser and I'm going to hit images. What if I look up worst pizza? Oh shit, that one has kiwi on it. Ugh.
What?
Swedish Christmas pizza?
As
That one looks good. They're like,
pineapple
someone threw
or
a bunch of French fries and a
kiwi?
hamburger on this, and I'm like, that's how I'm in. All right, so maybe it's just a picture of the food, and then we get a rating on that. Like, let's just simplify. Awesome.
Ooh, yeah, that looks good. What is that?
I don't know. It was on something called Worst Pizza in the World. I'm sure it's just a bunch of like gunk, you know?
Doesn't look that bad, you know. If we're being real here, I'd probably take a
Yeah,
bite out of
everyone
that.
would eat it.
Yeah, I've
What
been
about that
hungry.
one?
I've been hungry enough to eat something like what the no.
Yeah, we've all eaten things that we're not proud of.
I
Committed
like
food crimes in my life.
this one is this one looks like it's one of those deep dream AI things
Yeah,
where
you
it's like
typed
it
like
looks like pizza
pizza.
until you try to like examine it and it like kind of melts your brain a little bit.
Yeah, it's like all the cheese is actually made out of like pictures of beaches. And you're like, what's going on here? It's like made
Yeah,
of
the
dog
pepperoni
heads or
is like
something.
actually like just like cement texture.
All right, now we've created some space on this template where we can get a rating in.
Hacking you, the S.
Some of the best pizza in the world. Like one of those statements that sort of qualifies itself but can't possibly be true.
Number one pizza.
Yes, thought of by some as the number one pizza place in the world. Hold on, someone's complaining about this pizza, and I want your opinion on it. I'd eat whatever that is.
That looks like a Chicago deep dish pizza.
But is
That's a
that how they? I
yeah,
I feel like it's sort of.
that's how they make them. It's a cheese pie with tomato sauce on the top. It's like a literal cheese
Yeah,
pie. What are you talking about, people? What are you complaining about that for? Yep.
It's like I don't want to eat only cheese, and it's like, shut up.
What are you talking about? Yes, you do.
That's what you're here for. Um, all right, we're hitting the halfway mark. It's getting quiet. Let's take a break. Let's take a fiver and recharge.
Let's yeah, let's take a break and think about pizza.
Think about this. I know it's like going dead silent. I'm just like quietly working away on this. No, let's take 5 minutes. We'll come right back. We'll come right back rejuved. I often say that at work, you know. A lot of people sitting around at the office, and I stand up and I go, well, let's take a five, everyone.
Let's take a 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds good. All right, everyone. We'll be back in 5. Some fresh hot pizza UI designs. And we're back.
We're back. We're aggressively back.
We're
We're
very, very,
back.
very back.
Oh man, we're back.
Kind of a cold open. We're working on it already. A cold reopening.
Yeah, if this was we should just like cut that first half of the episode and be like,
yeah, here we are.
Actually, it's almost not not a bad idea. Here we are.
Yeah, we're starting from
what
here.
up? We're designing a pizza deal app. And that's it. That's what we got for you here. I am working on I guess you would call this a single entry page. So if you've been keeping up, when you click one of our fabulous deals, you get to an entry on a page, and that's what I'm working on. We're working on the look and the feel tonight. We're making it cool, making it look cool.
We're pulling it together,
making it dynamic,
we're slapping some paint on it. We're thinking about experience and UI together. What's important to customers? How are we going to show them their pizza score? How are we going to get them on board into this app?
Ian, I heard on the chain around the old design water cooler that UI is dumb and UX is cool, and UI people are pee pants.
Yeah,
something along that line.
I think that sounds about right. It's UI. It's all about the experience. That's what you need to focus on today, folks. Experiences. Oh yeah, the name of the pizza place is good.
Yeah, so that's a meta. That's, I guess, a meta. I guess that's not meta information. That's real information. That's a line that I've forgotten here. So you would absolutely need to have like a pizza place name. We're going with the name of the deal and a price, and we have a score. Man, that pizza looks so gross.
At least it's making me not hungry for pizza. All that dry.
I'm hungry for pizza. I'm hungry for pizza, and I'm hungry for this new Logan Paul crypto.
You wanna grab some dink? Grab some dink
doink? Dink doink coin. Holy, okay. It is worth.
Oh, it's out.
I don't even know how to pronounce this number. I'm gonna paste the number on screen of what the Logan Paul crypto is currently worth.
I knew there were. I think there's like 20 quadrillion tokens.
Okay, so that's a problem already, because people are going to have to buy like 20 quadrillion before it even goes up.
I don't know what that number is.
It did double in 24 hours.
How many?
I don't even know. I don't know how to say that. 1 trillionth of a cent. Is that what that is?
Yeah. How many would it take to make a penny? I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't want to make a fool of myself trying to do that math right now.
I'm like looking. You know what the worst part of this is? I'm looking for my phone right now, because what if I just bought some Dink Doink? And then it got huge. It goes to $1. Dink Doink to $1.
Pump and dump. Pump that up. Dump it. Get rich.
Yeah, based on its all-time high and its all-time low, if you had invested $1 million, you would have made like 10 in return.
10 million or $10?
Well, like if million.
Oh, Dink Doink?
Yeah, it's like high is 10 times its current value. Why am I talking about this? I have no interest in pursuing this. I find it like medically fascinating almost. All right, how are we gonna rate this pizza? This deal is totally
tubular. We could use Ninja Turtle words. Radical.
When I hear tubular, I instantly think of the secret levels from Super Mario World.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Tubular and gnarly and...
Yeah, I think there was radical. Maybe. Tubular, gnarly, bodacious? No.
That sounds about right.
They were challenging levels, weren't they?
Yeah, those are like hard ones. And they're not even that hard. Like in retrospect, it wasn't even that hard. Yeah, that was fun. Finding those.
Gotta get a haircut
That'll work.
soon.
Sorry, I'm looking for like an icon I can steal and not do work on.
Oh yeah, steal all the icons.
Steal all the icons. I'd love to do an episode about drawing icons some night, but
I'd enjoy that.
it's a little too like tutorial-y, you know.
Hit us up in the chat if you want to see a tutorial. Nick, drawing icons. Leave a comment. Smash that like button.
What else?
Smash the subscribe.
Bash it. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe. Email us at thehithereshow@gmail.com. I can guarantee you we read all of them. So reach out with your ideas. Maybe you have a small business and you want us to design your stuff. We definitely will, so long as we can do it on air. And we can, like, you know, cuss and like be
That's
really
the
cool
caveat.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be really cool dudes about it. And if you're fine with that, no, we'll totally do it. Totally do your stuff on air. Chili pepper vector.
Ooh, spicy. I like it.
Right, I want to get a little extreme. I want to get like a little Bam Margera, you know, with the icons. That's where you're going to sell it, right? That's the first visual indicator of like, is this good?
So that's like a screaming hot deal.
Yeah, like, man, that's wicked. That's what it says. It says, man, that's wicked. Also, because it's Figma, I'm assuming that they have a font that is like decorative enough to fit this.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know they have some like cracked rock
Ribeye
font in here.
Yuck. These fonts are just like they upset me. Ribeye.
A lot of the decorative ones, like, you'd almost never ever see that in a graphic design ever. You know, like these duff font, like curly cues and stuff like that. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe not for the audience that's using Figma though. I don't think. Like, nobody wants a stencil font. Actually, that one's kind of cool. Serena.
Some of them are almost, they're not even like ironically good.
No, they're like
just bad. It's hard to get
they're
over.
like motivational quote at a like community market.
Yep.
Level. Good.
That's like at a thrift store bin for like 10 cents. It's at Value Village. These are Value Village fonts. Not even dollar
actually,
store. They're used. These are used, pre-owned fonts.
I love sifting through software at those stores, at old thrift stores. You find like a Microsoft, like, what was their encyclopedia program? Encarta. Encarta 95. I found an Encarta 95 CD not too long ago, and I wanted to buy it, but I don't have a machine that would run it. Ooh, or do I? Encarta was cool because it was like Wikipedia, but offline. Like, it just, you could search and bounce around it, and it had all those kind of like internet-y features, but it was a completely offline thing.
Offline.
Jacked deals.
Whoa, sweet.
Actually, because that's vector,
that's like a Montana Steakhouse kind of thing. A branding iron comes in. It's just like, this deal is certified jacked.
Exactly. It's always a branding iron, and they like touch the food with it. Steakhouse. Our steaks have been marinating for a year in a warehouse in Southern California.
700 years marinated. Whoa, the steak is old. World's oldest steak.
Yeah, what's the sitch on that? Look that up.
Longest aged steak.
It's like a Joe Rogan moment. I'm like, yo, Jamie, look it up. And you're like, the oldest steak's like
Jamie,
100 years old. And I'm like, yo, that steak's so fucking old.
yo, that is
You ever eat
fucked.
a steak? You ever eat a steak?
You ever kill your own animal and eat it right there? Yeah, we need a Jamie for our
Like a
show.
production assistant?
Play
That'd
some
be pretty
sound
good.
bites and stuff.
Yeah. So if anyone out there is interested in working on a podcast but not being on it or
Yeah, if you want to do
contributing
the
any
worst
other way,
parts
please
of
get out at
yeah,
us.
if you want to handle the worst parts of this show with really none of the glory, uh, it'll be a good experience, right? It'll be great for your portfolio, as they say.
Oh, wonderful for your portfolio. We'll write recommendations. We'll at you in things on LinkedIn. Maybe some of our thought leader material on LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, the thought leader stuff. Gonna be huge.
That's LinkedIn. That's the place where people lead thoughts. They have thoughts and they're out there, they're ahead,
It's where
and they put them
thoughts,
on LinkedIn.
yeah, it's where thoughts uh,
I
are
think we
led.
probably I think we've probably covered this like in our personal life and on the show and in 20 other places, but I still can't get over the LinkedIn like. So I was walking down the street the other day and a dog bit me on the arm. And I was thinking, what does this have to do with customer relations? And they write it so that you
Click to view more.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's
write
like
it so you have to expand the quote or the piece and then read it all. And it's usually just like it just they've
yeah,
got that interesting tidbit out
it's a
front and
trick.
then they just
Yeah,
jump right into their business.
it's a
But
it's a
it's almost
scheme to
like
get you to engage with their post, and then LinkedIn thinks they're engaging, and then they promote their posts more. I'm
yeah,
assuming that's what
and
the deal is.
it's almost like everyone on LinkedIn is worth discussing. Um, is people's like last posts?
Last posts.
Yeah, like on LinkedIn, you'll see somebody saying like, "Hey, I'm either dying of something horrible, or I have to quit my industry, or some other horrible thing is happening in my life. This is my last post ever. I love the internet and I love this industry. Thank you." And
Jesus.
it just gets pushed all over the place, and I'm struggling to find a reason for anyone to partake in that. But
I bet it's not their last post either. That's the thing. It seems like when people go on like social media breaks, I get they're probably addicted for real, but
yeah, I feel like if you've gotten to a point where you feel like you need to take a break, you're maybe already in too deep. I mean, I take social media breaks, but it's just me like not, caring enough to open it. What about a details tab on this?
um, like like more like fine print. Like give me to that.
Well, like, yeah, can I? So I'm looking at a deal. Can I pull down a tab that like breaks it down? Because I think we were looking at breaking it down with the pizza score, but that idea is kind of falling apart.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's I feel like that's kind of becoming a proprietary algorithm. I know that our other stakeholders aren't going to want to really release that. Uh,
But like,
but
what kind of details can we surface? Like, how much does this food weigh? How many kilograms of food am I getting for $16? Important stuff.
Well, I'm doing kind of a. It's still visible. So I mean, this is a little conceptual here.
All right, hold on. Let me come check out what you're doing.
I think I've made it fit here.
Oh, whoa.
So this is one of many kind of profile builder elements,
Okay,
right?
right. And it seems like in a communication from a communication standpoint, these kinds of things in a sign up process, you don't fucking know what happens when you hit big, but you're excited to hit big because it's asked you what your opinion is and you're allowed to represent yourself. So for a user, that's exciting.
You're gonna feel heard for sure.
You're gonna feel heard. You're gonna feel hurt, and then you're gonna feel love, maybe for the first time. Pizza Hacker, world's #1 pizza deals hacked for you. I love it. Roboto Mono. Hey now.
Well, I just took.
I didn't know you were a monotype guy.
I like a good monotype every now and then. Looks nice. Looks it gets that kind of computer kind of feel to it.
Something in condense in here is cool. If I use my fonts, like if I use something that's on my machine, can you see it?
I can see it. I just can't edit it. So, pretty good.
I mean, that's pretty good. I rather.
Rather you not.
Dude, anyway, I don't know. What's a good condensed font? Probably Gotham. Gotham condensed. That's a good font. That's a good font. I wish I could drag to resize type.
I know. I know. Let's put in a feature request. I'm going to tweet that at them. Drag to resize type.
I see
I keep trying to do it.
some of their like reps like tweeting sometimes, like Rougie or Rogie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Will ask like, "Hey, what would you do to improve Figma?" And it's like a 300 comment thread of people saying just those kind of things. So I feel like they're probably busy working on that stuff. I'm sure.
Well,
Meanwhile, Adobe has like a 2,000 person team of like bioengineered super developers, like just like slamming down code all day long. Like, how would you compete? How do you compete with a $10 billion company?
Adobe's 10 billion? Are you saying how does
I
Adobe
don't know.
compete with Figma or how does Figma compete with Adobe?
How do these smaller firms like a Figma compete with Adobe, who probably has a horrendous amount of development power behind XD right now? As like
I
their primary push, what else would they be thinking of?
well, I think Figma has enough resources, I think, to compete with Adobe. And to me, their product roadmap and the business side, like I feel like they understand like the modern like design scene a little bit more. I feel like Adobe's in a
Mm-hmm.
weird spot where they're trying to like adapt to sort of the modern marketplace, but they also have to
Mm-hmm.
like keep their legacy products up for the people that still use them. So it's kind of interesting. I guess that shouldn't hurt them though. Um, I mean, like
So
Photoshop and all of that stuff is still necessary, and it's not really in competition at all with Figma.
they're Adobe's definitely doing okay. Their stock is trading at $600. It's been
Hmm.
on an incline for the last 5 years. Like if you look at a 5 year chart, it's just a steep grade upwards. But their market cap is $288.78 billion. So Adobe's net worth is about $288 billion.
Wow.
That's fantastic. So they have money. They have money. And they're not putting it into InDesign, I'll tell you that.
Good.
Good.
Sketch is kind of switched to the subscription model now.
Okay.
And well, to go because I didn't really look that far into it, but they have this multiplayer type thing, I think, like cloud editing. I don't know if everyone's on the same screen or not, but at least the thing lives in the cloud, so multiple people can edit the file.
Okay, cool.
But then
I
you're
was gonna
back to
say it would be
Netflix.
weird to have a cloud-based thing that didn't have any kind of.
Well,
Yeah,
Adobe's cloud doesn't have like multiplayer feature.
not, not in a no, not in any way at all. Which is cool. I mean, how much do you use that feature? Because when I'm finding with the collaborative stuff, like I want to use it more than I'm able to use it. But maybe not an organizational thing, but maybe that's sort of like a thing that would change. I don't know, as design advances,
Um,
as UX design continues to advance.
yeah, it's
Although,
when I was on on the brief time when we had like 4 people on our team, it was pretty handy. But now I'm back to kind of
well, even right now, like I'm designing this template, like how much is watching me? I'm just saying this as like a thought experiment, but like how much is like being able to watch me do this like helpful? You're like, none. This sucks. I hate this.
point taken.
Worst episode we've ever filmed. All right, that's a panel. I'm gonna call that a panel. Now I want to do a bummer deal.
Bad deal.
So we need like a sad background picture, and this is where we really use the visuals to sell a tone. So like sad urban nighttime scene. What do we get? I want like dusty streets, nobody's there, like scary. That's fine. That'll
Maybe
work.
some like steam coming out of the ground, steam pipes
Yeah,
venting
steam coming out
off,
of the ground. Like, I don't want to be here, guys.
scary New York alleyway.
Yeah. Scary alleyway. Let's see what we got. I'm of course pulling these from Google Images. If you're working on your project at home, on your web project, absolutely do not steal photos from Google Images. You can get yourself in so much trouble. I'm just doing it now because we're not making a thing that is real in any way.
Exactly. Oof.
And so that fits into fair use.
Yikes, there's some scary looking.
Scary looking what? Alleys?
Little scary hallway.
I find a innocuous hallways in apartment buildings terrifying. I need like a sad texture for that.
Pizza Vision. Ooh.
Pizza Vision.
Some I was trying out. The Pizza Vision. I was gonna say that's like your profile builder, but it's too abstracted. Align tool. I keep thinking our skull is wearing a Santa hat, but it's the Pizza Hut logo. Zooming in there for everybody.
Still a great idea for a logo.
Look at that contrast, everybody.
See, now we have kind of a sad deal.
Yeah, this is if you scroll to the bottom of the.
You're
This is
also
bottom of
not
the
allowed to
barrel.
order sad deals.
No, it's just here to show you that. No, really. Look how good the good deal is compared to this sad deal. I mean, if you
That's what
want
I'm
to
getting at.
explore, if you want to exhaustively explore every pizza place, every pizza deal in your area, you might find something that you don't like.
So it goes, folks. Image tracing icons. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yuck.
Just no, that's it. Yuck.
Yuck. Ew, yucky.
And the guy's puking. Beautiful. We'll use a bit of color to indicate that there's a problem, so I'll make these two actually white.
That icon kills me. Don't get this
Yeah.
pizza.
Why'd that paste as an image? That's a factor. I'll make him white. Get him in there. There. So we have a puking icon that's now been included in the show. I'm rather proud of that one. That's pretty good. Colleagues will love that. Damn frames, yo. I don't want them. I don't want them.
I ain't want your frame.
Order blocked. I love it. Wait,
No.
even better. I know it's red, but
Yeah, okay.
like on one of those, like I expect the button to be there, and it's just not. Actually, maybe everything should be gray.
I'll gray out the word text a little bit.
Fuck him up on that. And we'll change that value to sort of
Very, kind of a bad experience, really. Blocked. You don't, and when you tap that, maybe it'll say like, look, you're not allowed to order this pizza.
You're just not allowed to. Here's their phone number. Like, if you want to waste your time and waste your family's time and call these people and order that pizza, you fucking go ahead.
We don't recommend it. We'll have no part
All right, so
of it. We will not be
no,
an
our app doesn't do
accessory.
that.
We will not be an
Our
accessory to this.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't work my entire life to make an app that's that bad. So, all right, so we have bad pizza on that one. We have good pizza on this one. Sorta. What the fuck? Normal pizza. Have you ever seen sushi pizza?
Yes, I think so. I think I've had it a long time ago.
It's really gross, yeah. It's just the concept from start to finish.
I don't want it. Get it out of here. Get it out of my face.
All right, so we have good and bad panels. 200 milliliter pops. Have a pop, a soda.
Have a little sody pop.
I'd like just a little pop. All right.
A little pep with a lowercase p. I
So
like it. I like it.
Yeah, ship it, done.
Pretty much. You know, that's a wrap.
Oh, don't yawn, dude. Ah, I'm yawning. It's Thursday night, everyone. Jeez. I have a deadline tomorrow. I have a big deadline tomorrow, and I'm ready for it or
You say
whatever, but
big or
man,
fake?
that deadline has me beat. Big.
Oh.
Big or fake?
Yeah, did you say big deadline
Hmm.
or fake deadline? Because a lot of deadlines are
A
fake.
big deadline.
Okay.
A fake deadline would be cool. Like where they like make a deadline for yourself. Like, get my work done.
Give yourself a deadline. I have like a
Maybe we'll get a
thousand
sign up flow happening.
little to-dos everywhere that I have to just kind of organize and not. I was used to having like a design project and it's like, all right, just design this thing for a few days. But now I have a bunch of little tasks and I find myself like jumping
Ah,
around and
yes.
multitasking. It's like, ooh, here's an idea for that other thing. I'll go write it over here. And then it's all tasks are open. They're all like in progress. Gotta start. We're using Asana, which is pretty good. I just gotta
What's
start.
that?
We're using Asana to manage projects, just a to-do list type thing. But I gotta start marking some stuff as done, yo.
Yeah, I gotta hit those home runs. Get those wins, etc. Yeah, I'm very in the vendor space, so there's always a deadline. Make the thing. Make the thing
Always
by this date. Which, to be fair, I'm more than fine with.
make that thing.
Do we indicate out front? Like, so you land in the app, it's providing you a bunch of deal options. Do we indicate if it's good or bad right there? Probably.
Yeah,
Like, you have to.
like
It's not like we're selling.
in this zone.
Yeah, out
Yeah,
here.
I think that's yeah, because we're gonna order it by deal relevance somehow. But we want to
Somehow.
get that. We want that enticement, right?
I want to be enticed. What do you look for in your favorite apps? I want to feel enticed.
I want to feel enticed. I want to feel heard.
I want to feel heard. I want like romantic vibes, um, beach vibes.
Beach vibes. Yeah, I want to be sold a lifestyle.
I want to be sold a lifestyle. Is that still a thing? I feel like that was a thing in like 2010.
I don't know. Good question. They still do that stuff anymore? Lifestyle. Now it's all about the new normal. It's a different lifestyle now. In
Yeah,
these unprecedented times, we're still selling our product, so please continue to buy it.
oh man, components are so bad in Figma. Oh god, it's terrible. Can I ungroup this entirely? Can I just work on it, please? Or is that not
Just delete them
okay?
all.
I'm panicking, Ian. I'm panicking. Uncomponent. Add auto layout. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna pull them out. And that is, for note, 100% my own ignorance. But why can't I just click into a component and edit the elements?
What element are you trying to edit?
Any
Well,
element. Why
those
can't I
are
click on it?
because that's not how they work. You have to edit the main component.
Yeah, yeah, but like even in the main component. Oh, never mind. Fuck off. Well, in Adobe, you can make
It's
versions of a main component, so you can
you can
copy it and change it.
I'm kind of torn on that because you can edit the instances so much that it almost kind of In some cases, it feels like it would defeat the purpose of having them.
If you were being particularly disorganized, yes.
Because then I find if you edit them too much, and then you go and make a change to your main component, it doesn't like cascade down to them. But again, I haven't
If
spent
you've
too
changed, yeah,
much time
say
in
you've changed
Adobe.
the text. If you've changed the text and then you go to change that text elsewhere, I kind of rely on that to a certain degree because, like, say you make a button and it's a call to action button, but in your comps you want to actually put words in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Words are the
I
one
can
thing you
just
can
do
usually
that.
do. Yeah, words should be an exception for sure. What other social networks are there that have your contacts?
Um, I mean, all of them.
Twitter,
Is
Facebook.
Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Oh, LinkedIn.
I guess you could have friends on YouTube,
Professional pizza friends.
Twitch, Discord.
Discord's fun. You can't see our cool background.
I'm gonna Google new cool social media network.
Yeah, what's the newest, coolest one? TikTok is pretty poppin', I
TikTok's
think.
pretty cool. Here's an article called 103 plus social media sites you need to know in 2021.
Oh, I mean, if I need to
LinkedIn.
know all of them.
Oh, it's just a list. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Social media networks. Yelp. Airbnb.
Airbnb. Get out of here with that. That's not a social media network. Come on. Come on.
I'm looking at a site that shows how much revenue companies make in real time. These social media networks.
Hmm.
And since we started having this conversation 30 seconds ago or 47 seconds ago, Apple has made $350,000. That's how Apple do.
That's how they do. They're like, hey, you want a charger with your phone? That's extra.
Ah, no, you
No.
dick. No, we're trying to save the Earth or whatever.
Yeah, it's the planet's in crisis.
Yeah,
By the way,
it's
you're gonna need to buy a new phone every year.
yeah. You
But
need to
which
buy.
we're
Yeah.
trying to save the planet, but you still got to sell you a phone every year.
Oh yeah, totally. The kids that we employ to pull the lithium out of the ground to build your iPhone. I mean, they need to be busy. They got to do something. How are they going to make money if they're not busy doing that?
Yeah, exactly. What you think of? Were you just thinking of yourself here?
I can tell you, Tim Cook never thinks about himself. Not once ever.
No, he's always thinking of.
Is he going to space? I mean, I feel like he needs to man up and I shouldn't say man up. I feel like he needs to step up and declare that he's going to space
Yeah, what are they just gonna
immediately.
let all these other guys like walk? I don't know. Might go against his image.
No,
Is
they're
Tim
like the
Cook really that
young.
rich? Like he's probably all right, but
Probably. He's not a billionaire, I'm sure.
no, I don't think he's a billionaire.
Tim
Who
Cook
else is a
net worth,
billionaire?
because I know these net worth sites probably are definitely accurate. 1.4 billion USD.
Hmm? Probably all tied up in stocks.
Well, that's what I think. If I worked for Apple and they pulled me aside, my accountant was like, "Hey, your net worth is 1.4 billion dollars." My first question would be like, "How from this conversation moving forward, how long until that is liquid cash that I
Yeah,
can access with a
can I
debit
sell
card?
those now?
Can I have it now? Can I have that
Yeah,
money now?
I want to sell them.
Savings account, totally fine. I just want to be able to walk around with a debit card and really do it up Tim Cook style. Well, design takes a long time, yo.
Well, just go faster.
Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot. It's like, hey, I mean, this took months. It should have taken days. The developers are waiting is always a good one.
Oh, the
The
developers
developers
are
need to
waiting.
take a look at designs before they can estimate. That's a classic. It's fun to rag on developers, but um, they're the people that are going to take your design. New designers out there, all the noobs we have listening, the developers are the people that have to take your shitty idea and spend 3 months turning it into something real. So it's as fun as it is to joke. You gotta love those scrappy.
They're
What are they called?
gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers. I think there's a brief time in the 2010s where they were code monkeys,
Code monkeys.
which fucking feels even embarrassing to say out loud with my mouth words.
You bunch of code monkeys, get on it. Come on. What are you doing?
Okay, what should be on these cards? Probably don't need an extended description.
I think the deal name, price, rating, maybe.
Okay, yeah,
Or
some
deal
sort of
name and
indicator.
rating.
Maybe not even that entire piece, but like just something that makes mention of what the rating actually is.
Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe that's the right approach. I'm just adding some familiar elements to this silly thing here. Get those dots. Everybody likes dots. Your stupid dots. Take them.
Dots are cool and get some shapes in there, like with just with a white stroke on it, like some triangles and a plus sign and stuff. That's all. That's all graphic gold.
Some quirky shapes. This is normally where I'd go to maybe the marketing department so for some help with content, but um,
No, write it. Write it live right here. What's the zoom on the stream look like? I can check that in a long time.
what I'm gonna do, I can zoom in a bit.
No, it looks really good. No, this looks great. This is kind of what I was hoping for.
I need an arrow emoji con. Emoji con, emoji con. Arrows. I should have this saved somewhere. What am I even doing? List of arrow characters.
I'm working on this card here, and that's
It's a TV show.
exactly the kind of thing where you'd very much want to get into testing. Like, what does need to be on a card? What's the most relevant information for users?
Yeah, I would probably have a list of stuff that, yeah, and show them
Like,
and say, like, so looking at this screen, which would you select and why? Does anything appeal to you? Because you could ask them what kind of information they want, which I would eventually get into. But I always almost like start a little bit abstract with it and just say, like, make a choice and try and watch them and just say, tell me what you're thinking.
that was the wrong choice, is what you say.
Nope, I shouldn't have done that. I know.
Oh,
I know that
sorry, you're
I
doing it wrong.
told you that we were testing the app and not you, but you're doing a real bad job, I gotta say.
You're not. Most people that came in here did something different, and that was right.
Did you mean to do that? Did you...
Huh? Nobody's done that one yet. Do I have you? Did we disconnect?
Let's go,
Oh, you're
pizza
here.
man.
Let's go, Pizza Man. Ian, that's taken us up to 2 hours.
Whoa, holy.
I know. I just noticed it as well. I think that about wraps her for this week. We got some panels designed. This is
Time
fun.
flies when you're pushing pixels.
Well,
Yeah, let's have a little recap here.
I feel like a certain amount of pressure to like I need to get this done, but also it's just kind of fun to design a thing and yak. And
Yeah,
also the stream picture looks hilarious.
we
But
don't need to
yeah,
get it done.
let's do a little review.
Okay, well, I'm going to start us over here in onboarding land, just because it's a natural
Mm-hmm.
place.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get people into our app and excited after they download it from the App Store. So, um, and we need to start building our pizza profile, which is going to include, obviously we're going to be pulling a lot of information in via
Tremendous.
tracking,
Like sort of.
spying, yeah, spyware and
Mm-hmm.
malware and all of the great tracking that happens. But we're going to ask some stuff too when we're setting you up here. So find out some of the pizza preferences. And then we want to
Mm-hmm.
import as many contacts as we can. And this has a couple purposes. One is so we can spy on them, scrape their data from Facebook and whatever social networks they have. You're going to bring that right into your profile and use it to make judgments on your behalf. And we also want to try
Mm-hmm.
and get your friends into this because we're going to, obviously try and invite everybody. We want you to spam your contact list. Maybe we'll gamify it. I'm sure that pitch would go over well. Gamify.
Gamify. And then everybody in the pitch meeting at once goes, gamify.
Gamify.
And then you win. You win the pitch game.
And now what?
Okay, pulling it over here. I made some single entry panels. So
We have our
you click
pizza
on a
deal.
pizza deal. What does it tell you? How is that reflecting to the user? We have two different scenarios. We have a jacked deals, which is when a pizza deal is good, fits your preferences. The algorithms are all aligning, and this is when you should buy. This is the panel you get. When it totally sucks and is gross, you get the yuck rating. And then you get sort of a more sad, like a more morose template. I've got some skulls in the background here, and I think the spooky alley definitely adds a little zhuzh to the experience. Yeah, that's what I got through.
Yeah, you can't order this pizza either. You've got to. Yeah, you would have had to scroll down pretty far to find this crappy deal.
We have a few things going on here. Like we found places for all the information to go. This could be programmed. There's nothing wild or wacky going on here. We have background pictures and that sort of thing. We know, generally speaking, how long the content is going to be. I've used color here, so this is. I've been sitting here working on this, knowing this the whole time. That's a major no-no. Like something is good as green and something is bad as red. That's totally fine, but you need to have other mechanisms there for people to recognize that, because a lot of people can't, especially red and green, are colorblind or have other vision issues. So just relying on if it's red, it's bad. If it's green or good, without any other sort of information for the user to go on or a plan for users to understand that, you're doing a huge disservice. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. I feel like I've had so many clients that are like, let's color code it, and I feel like there's no way that you can rely on that in an accessible way. Anyway, that's my 5 cents on that one.
I like it. Great value.
Back to you in the studio, Ian.
Well, thanks, Nick. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. I'm pretty hungry. I'm feeling good.
I'm starving. I'm
And this was our new
starving.
format. You know, we took this is kind of an arc of 3 episodes, and it's fun. So, you know, just
This
fire us
this
off
was
your
fun.
ideas. Next week we're starting back from kind of scratch again, in the ideation and discovery phase. So, fun times. It's a blank slate. Tweet us your ideas, your apps, your whatever you want. Um, Leave a comment. Make sure you're subscribed to us here on YouTube. You don't want to miss an episode.
Send a letter and a telegraph.
Anything.
Message in
We
a
like it all.
bottle. Crumple up a piece of paper and throw it out the window. It will find its way to us slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It
but
is the
over time
way.
it will. But yeah, please get at us. We are doing. I don't know. We're not really calling it a relaunch, but next week we're gonna sort of embrace this format that we've come up with here over the last couple months and really take a shot at it. So we'd really love for you to join us. And of course, the ideas are great. That's it. That's all I got.
That's it. See you next week. Thursday.
Ah, bye.
Uh,
Bye.